Are you as frustrated as I am every time you try and print something from a web page? You would just want to print off a little map or maybe a recipe. Anything, it doesn't matter. All of a sudden, 6 pages print. The document, for some unexpected reason, prints not just over several vertical pages, but 2 horizontal pages as well, leaving you to try and tile together something with a little recipe that big in the middle. And then you got blank pages all over the place with a single colored box on it. Or I just printed off a map. There's a nice map. There's nothing wrong with this map. But what's the story behind this page, the second page that printed? It's got a header, it's got a footer, and nothing else. It's ridiculous. It's a waste. And since the people who program the web aren't too concerned with printing efficiency, it falls in our laps to figure out a way to print more smartly. The folks at HP know smart, and they have a smart web printing utility that is free for all to use and is, well, smart. It is available free for download at HP's website, where they tell you how to print web pages, and they give you all sorts of instructions on how to use this very simple tool. But I'll show you it myself here in just a sec. Just go here, download it, and install it. When you download it, it installs in Internet Explorer, which is where we do all of our web browsing. And if we take a look up here, this is the tool installed in my toolbar, HP Smart Select. It's got a little clip thing called a clipbook, which is where all of the different web clippings that we make go if we decide to save them. And when we click on the Smart Select icon, when we move our cursor back into the web page, instead of being a finger pointer for like linking up to different websites and clicking on different links, it turns into this cursor, this crosshair that allows us to select content on the page, and then we can, as soon as we select it and release the cursor, it allows us to either clip it or print it. Now, if we decide to print it, it's not going to print anything extra. It's only going to print what we've selected, which should fit on a single page because we know how much we've selected. If we decide to clip it, it will move it over here and it will save it in this clip area for us. So we can use this tool in a variety of ways. We can use it to just select something and then just print off a single thing, or we can go through and we can research. We can pull a whole bunch of different pieces together before we want to print. So for example, I've got a big barbecue happening, and I'm going to cook my famous beer can chicken, but I need some good dessert and I need some veggies to go along with my beer can chicken. So browsing the web, I find a great pear apple crisp with Italian liqueur, and it's pecan crusted. Oh, this is going to be good. So I just select it by marqueing it using the crosshair tool, and then I release the cursor and it allows me to clip it. And when I clip it, it will appear here in my clips as pecan crusted pear apple crisp. Okay, I got one more thing to get. We need some veggies. I found a great broccoli salad recipe. I like broccoli salad. And I turn back on the clipping tool. I select the directions for the broccoli salad, clip that, and now I've got my pecan crisp and I've got my broccoli salad thing happening here. And if I want to now print off this, so I want all of the recipes that I'm going to be cooking on a single page, what I can do is I actually have one other recipe that I need here, which is the drunken chicken down here at the bottom. There we go, the drunken chicken. And then I can click on Edit Clips, and it brings me into a little interface that allows me to actually work in a kind of a page layout format with all of the different clips that I've done. So you can take the different clippings and you can scale them, you can make them smaller, and you can make more things fit on the page. So for example, I've now scaled the first one much smaller. I'll scale this next one a lot smaller. And so you've got control now over what the printed page is going to look like. There we go. I've got all 3 recipes on a single page, which I can now print, so I don't have pages all over the place. When you finally print, you can have something like this, which is a collection of content from 4 or 5 different websites that prints out now on a single page, as opposed to printing maybe in 12 or 14 pages if I'd done it the old-fashioned way. Now, not only can you send your document to a printer, but you can also save it as a PDF, which gives you a lot of different options as far as emailing it around or saving the file and then printing it off later. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to show you. As you clip different information out of the web, you might want to return to that website to look for some more information, but you might not have bookmarked it. Well, all of these clips are dynamic. If I double-click on any of the clips, it will bring me to the original website that I clipped it from, so I can go back and I can find more information. So it's also a pretty good research tool. The Smart Web Printing Utility is a great idea. It overcomes a frustration that's really universal. You're going to waste less paper, and you can take all the information you want or need with you easily and conveniently. And as I said, it also makes a great research assistant. Being able to save web snippets in PDF format or print them out on your printer is wonderful for students or anyone gathering divergent bits of information. Finally, a smart way to print from the web.